Alright, what is going on everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video what I got going on for you guys is I do want to discuss how you can hit more sneakers for retail in 2023 and really stay in the loop more with sneakers in 2023, and I guess just, get more hype sneakers this year. That's what the topic of this video is, so I hope this will be helpful to you guys, just providing a few general tips and things you all should do and be aware of. So if you want more content like this, check my Instagrams, any of that down below if y'all want to, and you can subscribe and like for more content like this. Let's try and hit 200 likes on this video. Again, dropping a like just lets me know that this video was kind of helpful for you all, so if you want to do that, then I'd appreciate that, and that's really all. And if you also want to, stay tuned for Hype Labs. We have a restock coming up on the 27th and 28th of this month at 5 p.m. Eastern Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 waves, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. That is coming soon, so if you want to check us out down below, even get in the wait list there, or just stay tuned for the restock, whatever you feel like doing, feel free to do that. And also don't forget the daily undermarket deals we do, teaching people how to buy, things like that. We've been giving these for undermarket recently, Year of the Rabbit Dunk. Not to mention it's a great resale community, so if you're just trying to learn some more things about how to resell and getting more releases in general, that's what we do, and we have a really, kind of a great family setting to help you all out with everything you need. It's not even just sneaker flips, either. We have random flips in there also, so you can make money off those. But stay tuned for the restock, or check our wait list down below, and let's get started. So first thing I want to mention again is going in store and always using those foot apps. And what I mean by foot apps would be places like Foot Locker, City Gear, Hibbett, Champ Sports, Finish Line. Those are some of the ones I can name just off the top of my head, and I know there's some other locations, but those are the ones that I always recommend you guys should check up on, because some of these places, restock randomly. And also, not to mention, some of these Hibbets and Foot Lockers have their own local Instagram pages, and if your Hibbet store, let's say you have a Hibbet store near you, has its own Instagram page, you should be following that like you would follow a local skate shop page. And the reason you do that is because Hibbet will, again, drop restocks out of random, and sometimes it'll be nice pairs, and they'll post them on their Instagram saying, hey, we just restocked these, no call-ins, you got to go, drive and actually, pick up the pair. If they're still there, then, you'll get one, and that's really how it is. I like that system. But that's just kind of one thing I want you all to be aware of, is always follow your local Hibbet, your local Instagram pages. That's one of the things you should try to do for sneaker stores in your area, so you know when things are going on, because sometimes they will post it, so you don't miss those, little shock updates that they do, little shock drops they do, things like that. Or you can know when they have a raffle going on, so you can go enter in it, things like that. So just kind of my first general tip is staying in the loop with your local locations. Always do that. And that's a pretty basic tip. A lot of people, kind of know to do that, follow those local Instagram pages, things like that. But my second one right here also is, if you got some friends, if you got some family, whenever there's these sneakers draws or whenever there's these raffles, send them the link for it. Be like, hey, can you enter in this for me really quick? And I'm sure most of your family members wouldn't mind doing that for you really quick. Just enter in, in these raffles with their info. And then, if they hit, you just kind of sort that out with them and how that would work out. But when it comes to a lot of these raffles or draws, like for example on sneakers, all that would take is just them making a Nike account. So that's very simple. Like I could probably ask my mom. I don't ask my mom to enter in sneakers for me, but I could probably ask her like, hey, could you make a Nike account and enter, in this drop for me at 10 today? And I'm sure she'd be able to do that. So you could do the same thing maybe with one of your family members or with some of your friends if they're not even into sneakers. That would be kind of better for you if they're not into shoes, to be honest, because then they're not going to be looking to resell them or, necessarily wear them for the personal collection. So that might be better for you if you find some people that aren't into shoes, and you tell them, hey, can you enter in these Nike draws for me, enter in these raffles for me, I'll give you a little cut of the resale profit I make or whatever. But whatever you really want to do, there's things you can work out, and some people just don't care. They're like, yeah, sure, I'll enter in that for you. I don't resell or any of that. I love those people. That's like most of my homies. They don't resell at all, but they'll do a favor, so I appreciate that. So I enter in those raffles, and when it comes to places like sneakers, other local locations, bring the fam, bring who you can. It's always about that, because the more people you have, the more things you can get. That's really what it is, because they usually do one per person, so you can't bring yourself 10 times. And also another thing I'd recommend for you guys is having botters run releases for you. This is a thing that's pretty unknown to some people, but a lot of you may be familiar with this. We actually, in Hype Labs within our group, we had a lot of people hit pandas. Some of our botters hit pandas for people, and you guys can see some of the success on the screen right here. And that's one of the main things we offer is free ACO in the group. So you can just enter your Nike account, and then the botters will put it into the bot and then cop these items for you for retail price. No extra fees on top or anything. No, pay after success fee. That's what the pass is, free pass, so you don't have to pay anything after if they hit for you. So that's one of our main features we do, and one of the things we can offer for you guys, and we can teach you how to do this. So if that's something you're interested in, check us out down below. But another thing I recommend for you that could be beneficial, because again, I've just talked about having multiple people run for you, and this is another way you can have like 10 Nike accounts run for you by one of our botters. You know, they can run multiple Nike accounts for you. That's what we do. We're always trying to help out, so there you go. And we have a raffle monitor in Hype Lab, so don't forget about that. Raffles are like a second chance. Enter in those as many times as you can. We have pings in the Discord also, so you know, you can see when there's, you know, some sort of local store raffle going on, things like that. You won't miss out on it. We got in-store monitors, so you'll be good. But yeah, the raffle monitor is useful because I always enter in raffles, and I hit a decent amount. Just, you gotta enter a couple times in each one, and you'll be guaranteed some sort of success somewhere. Another tip I have is expanding your buying locations. Now, a lot of people usually like to stick with the places they buy from, and they don't really change that when they're reselling or even when they're looking for pairs in their personal collection. They just stick with their normal locations, and they sometimes don't realize that they can find a better deal if they just look around a little bit more. So I always encourage you to look around locally on Facebook Marketplace, sneaker resale stores. Sometimes, I mean, most of the time, local sneaker resale stores are absolutely crazy with their prices, but I mean, very rarely will they have something good. So I'll kind of scratch that off the list because sneaker resale stores, I mean, their resale prices, that's not really how you find a good deal. So I'd recommend checking your local area, but not at sneaker resale stores, just on, like, you know, OfferUp, Mercari, different things like that. And if you're meeting up with someone for a pair, first things first, always legit check it. Ask maybe for a receipt or something. If they don't got that, that's, you know, fine. Just ask, like, for the inside, like, Nike tag or something. Compare it with some pics online. See if you got something legit. You got to make sure you're always, you know, taking the steps to protect yourself. And that's also why you meet up in a public area, and maybe bring a friend or something. If you know, you got one, bring them along, because you don't want to go meeting up alone, because that's always just, I will never meet up at somebody's house. Like, that's just, like, I'm not going to do that unless, like, I know the person and, like, they're trusted. Like, I'm like, hey, you know, this person, I can go there and it'll be fine, then sure. But if it's like someone that just texts me out of nowhere and they're like, yeah, just pull up here, I'm like, no, that's not happening. We have to meet here. So that's another thing I encourage, is meeting up safely, but always making sure that you can, you know, look around for those deals. And another thing I recommend, also I've mentioned it plenty of times, Sneaker Dunk, this app. I've mentioned this in a few videos, but again, feel free to use my referral code right there. You can get some money off, you know, on the app. I think like $5-10. This is what this code is for. So feel free to use that and, you know, kind of sign up there. Basically what the app does is, like, it's a lot of undermarket sneakers, and it's based out of Japan. So if you guys are kind of curious about that, I'll also pop up, you know, the app logo so you know which one to download. But yeah, sign up with that little code I have right there, get a few bucks off, and there's plenty of sneakers, again, you can find on there. I found some really good deals on some, a couple dunks, some I won't mention, but a lot of SBs are really good prices. There's one I just can't mention to y'all yet. I will mention it in a couple videos when you guys see the in-hand version of it, but stay tuned, or in-hand video of it, but coming soon. But I recommend there, you know, again, there's a lot of good deals on that app. You just kind of got to look around a little bit. Some of the older pairs are a little bit better deals, but that app has gotten burnt out a little bit. It used to be a lot better, but it's gotten a lot more popular recently. Like, they used to have $20 off codes and a bunch of other things, and that app was really a cook then. But at this point now, we got to see if they roll out anything new. It's all right though. It's all right. Still some occasional deals there. And also local skate shops. Another thing that I will mention to you guys, you always got to be checking out your local skate shops. I mentioned it a little bit earlier in the video. If they have Instagram pages, follow them for updates. Enter in those raffles. Bring your friends. Because the reason you should follow these skate shops is because, again, if they drop something out of nowhere, they post it on their story, or they post it, you know, as a regular post. A lot of skate shops will make updates on their stories, so you really want to make sure you're checking those stories often so you don't miss out, you know, on something that'll kind of be surprised. Maybe you turn on those notifications for them. Unless they post a ton, then I understand you may not want a bunch of notifications. But that's also another reason why, you know, our Discord's a little bit beneficial. We might be able to help you out with some pings for these skate shops, some of them. But if you also are curious about, like, how to, you know, I guess get more looped in with your local skate shops, we can kind of talk with you about that and how, I guess, to kind of approach that, and maybe learning how you can get a backdoor there, or if not just like a backdoor, just kind of a system that could work for you to get more pairs, like how you could bring more people, you know, finding more people, you know, to go with you for these releases, stuff like that. And finally, don't forget outlets. This is another thing as well. You get 15% off with, you know, in your reward section on the Nike app with a new account, you get 15% off, so don't forget about that. And also, if you go to the back wall, the return rack, that's an additional 30% off. So 30% plus 15% off, and you could buy Nike codes within Hype Labs or Discord. So that could be plus another 10%. That'd be 55% off sneakers in the Nike outlet. And you could most definitely find some profitable sneakers, even if your outlet is full of all bricks, if they're all 55% off. Just think about that. That is a huge percentage. Using the 10% codes in our Discord you can buy, then you have the 50% off Nike gives you for free, and then the other 30% they give you for free on the return rack wall. And sometimes you can find some heaters there again. So that's another thing I recommend always looking out, you know, for you guys right there. So make sure you check your outlets, use kind of those methods there, because I don't want y'all sleeping on, you know, using Nike codes. And also, the thing is, you can get these Nike codes in our Discord, buy them, and maybe flip them to your friends for a little bit more. So, or not your friends, but like whoever you decide to flip them to, you can can sell these Nike codes to people for a little bit more. And yeah, it's a great flip. So that's something else I'd mention to you guys. And also, again, I said this earlier in the video, but with sneakers, raffles, anything like that, use multiple entries. It is the way to hit, using multiple entries. And we have a multiple raffles guide. If you're wondering about how to enter raffles multiple times, we have a full guide for it in the Discord, so you can use that. It'll kind of explain a system that works for you all. So that's everything I'll mention. Hopefully I was popping up like enough images and different things like that in this video, so it kind of stayed popping a little bit. But you know, again, that's what we do again at Hype Labs. Hope y'all get more high-end pairs like this for retail. So again, y'all can get good deals. Again, don't forget the under market deals we've been doing recently on these Cherry SBs. I think we also did some Zen Master Colas. We did some Blue Raspberry SBs. There's some other pairs I'm forgetting, but a lot of SBs and really great pairs that people have been able to flip and sell. So stay tuned for our restock soon, or check out our waitlist down below. Go join that if y'all want to. It'll be in the description or comments, and that's really how we can help you all out. Again, having botters run items for you, teaching you how to bot. Those are our main features. So I'm Tristan. Thank you guys, and hopefully I will catch you all in the next video soon. Peace.